about working with Peter and that film which must have started in the 1980s, really, and then came out in 1992.
Well, actually, I can't really claim to have worked with. I spent a lot of time with him, enjoyed talking to him. Very imaginative, thoughtful, dedicated person who really spent his life, not only then, but for many years afterwards, doing very admirable work of all kinds, often turned out in documentary films, but on serious issues which were hard to investigate. He did a lot of courageous, imaginative work. As far as that film is concerned, I had about as much to do with it as the moon has if people take photographs of the moon. I was giving talks, and giving interviews, and Peter and Mark Akbar was, I don't know what you call him technically, producer, they'd come around and film, and have some interviews, and they put it together. And I have to admit, I never saw it. I can't stand watching myself, so I never saw the film, but I'm told it was pretty impressive. They did a pretty good job. I know one thing that they did that I was very pleased about was to take the one issue that I'd been spending a lot of time working on. That was a very difficult case. There were a small number of people working on it. None of us ever thought it would get anywhere. It was the case of East Timor, which maybe you know about, which was invaded in 1975 by Indonesia with strong U.S. support. It led almost quickly to virtual genocide. I don't like the term genocide much, but this one came pretty close, maybe 200,000 people killed out of a population of 600,000 or 700,000, all with full U.S. support. U.S. could have cut it off in 2 minutes. England, France, others also joined in to try to pick up a bit of the spoils. Indonesia is a rich country, lots of resources, a lot of incentive to support them. And there was a very small number of people who were trying to work on it, try to bring some attention to it, see if something could be saved from the wreckage. It went on for a long time. Amy Goodman here was one of the people in 1991 who she and Alan Nairn went and were practically beaten to death in a demonstration. They did some very good work and got a lot of important publicity. Anyhow, finally in 1999, President Clinton, under a lot of pressure, international and domestic, essentially called it off with a phrase. He essentially told the Indonesian generals, game's over. They left. That's what it means to be a powerful state. There's a lot to learn from that. But one thing I was pleased about in Peter's film is that they emphasized this and did very evocative and imaginative work about it, which I think probably informed plenty of people about it. So it maybe saved a lot of lives.
Michel,